fool. Who stepped up in this rap game and seen acting fool.
Me and Preem, both names go together. Lot of frontin' like they ill.
Word. I think it's time to move on to the next one.
Can't give you a chance at BC and 2. Today on 2K TV postseason, we break down some head-to-head matchups in our Road to the Finals coverage, show off your top plays, fill you in on all that's happening in 2015, and give you a chance at some VC and 2K TV entertainment. Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Denver Nuggets. Looking at Denver, they've started the season on an extremely upbeat note, winning 8 of their first 9 games. They've been solid in just about every aspect. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college. Jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave, financial responsibilities, or just getting tired. In my case, the hack of Shaq was created. I was getting beat up too much, and I heard my main man, Dick Vitale, say if Shaq leaves, he'll be the #1 pick. So I didn't want to go back, get hurt, and possibly drop.
Yeah, because you could have.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And a 1-game homestand for Denver as the Nuggets will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year. They lost the season series last year, winning 1 and losing 2.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Yeah, and for them, that was a bit embarrassing. So expect them to come back with a point to prove tonight.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Now here's Barea, defended by Jones. Wide open look. And Barea with the basket on the assist by Nowitzki. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against Cleveland.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And the shot is good.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Jones, throws down the breakaway jam.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
The finish, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now, here's Barea. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. Down low, here's Pachulia, and Fareed sends it back. They retain possession, and the shot is good from Nowitzki.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Jones, that's for 2. Again, the miss by Jones.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
There's the pass to Parsons. Ball's knocked loose. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And Nowitzki with the stuff.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there.
Well, I think that tells you a little something about them as a team, guys. I mean, they don't just want to beat you. They want to beat you down and beat you at your own game.
And here's Barea following the three-pointer by Freak. Here's Pachulia, rebounded by Fareed.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Your Nuggets dancers.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Denver. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot. As we all know. And checking out Dallas. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And when I look at Denver, got to be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people were talking about them coming into the start of the year.
Tell you what, they're talking about them now. Everything is falling into place for them so perfectly.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
And Wilson Chandler with the slant.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Now here's Williams. Last game out, he had 14. Parsons outside. Nowitzki left side. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Nuggets leading by 15. Here's Harris. Takes it off the glass.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Here's Nowitzki. Gary Harris making his last shot. Nowitzki a screen to the paint. Shot clock at 6. And finished off by Parsons.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost.
Now Williams following the three-point attempt by Freak. Nowitzki with the screen on Jones. Williams passes to Nowitzki. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. That's 7 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Shots good by Laverne.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Now here's Williams. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. That doesn't go either for Nowitzki.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on them.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Mavericks trail by 16. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Pass to McGee. Matthews with it. Nowitzki a screen. Here's Chandler. He hits the shot at the very last second.
Goodness.
Woo!
The pressure on him in those circumstances was massive.
Oh, man. What pressure? You guys are over-exaggerating here. I mean, you can't rattle this guy no matter what the situation is.
And Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get one more before it's all said and done. One's definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there.
City was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
And they've managed to capitalize on those turnovers, and that'll give them a nice edge as this game goes along.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Jones in at point guard. Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Will Barton is out there with Dallenberg. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers got the job done. He had 35 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control. I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Your Nuggets dancers!
Here's Barea. Dishes to Neal. Corner shot. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
Nuggets call timeout.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter.
Looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA.
And make
Kenneth
your
Fareed, number
felt.
one.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing.
The Nuggets leading by 18. Jones drives in, misses in close.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
In the corner, Neal with it. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Assist from J.J. Barea.
Now here's Jones. A 35-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Barea kicks to Parsons. Pass to Neal. The tray. Denver grabs the miss. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Jones is running. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
And so here is Dallas after the Nuggets pick up 2. Powell dishes to Pachulia. Launches it. Barea, no good.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And the big league becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Pachulia, good. The Nuggets leading by 20. To the middle, here's Dalembert. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Dalembert's got 4 points in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And Jones over to Helm. Pachulia the pass to Neal. He dishes it to Pachulia. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Outside, Jones. Here's Barton. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Again, the miss by Jones.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Neal's shot is off.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And that one's good. Barton's got his second basket.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Now on the court, your very own Nuggets dancers. Let them hear it.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Nuggets lead by 20. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a double-double already in the books for you, and we're only at the half. Do you see them trying to throw different looks at you to slow you down?
Well, I mean, I guess that's a question for them, really. I'm not going to try and guess what they'll be doing in the locker room because I think that's a pointless exercise. Just going to keep plugging away and doing my thing, you know.
Thank you for your time, Kevin. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Jones. He's got 21 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. J.J. Barea is out there with Matthews, and it's Pachulia in at the center, filling out the middle. And here's Barea following the three-pointer by Freak. And here's Barea, and Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. And so here is Dallas.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And a miss there off the inbound. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. They'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, I'll tell you what, a ton of their offense coming in transition. And if you've got the legs for it, I think that's the best way to play the game.
I agree. Put pressure on the defense. Get the ball up the floor. You can always pull it out and run your half-court sets.
By himself, hammers it home to polish off the break.
scoring well here at the midway point, and now they're starting to put some distance between them.
Well, offensively, they just continue to roll. I mean, they're padding that lead bit by bit as a result.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. It's stolen by Jones. Jumps up.
Whoa! And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Got that bucket in no time at all. Jones has got 37.
Boy, they've got them on their heels the way they've been running the ball up and down, right down their throat.
Yeah, some explosive plays we're seeing now in transition have really keyed this run.
He was all alone on that one. But Julia's got 6 points.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Jones drives in, and he jams it with authority.
This is a nice third-quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
The Mavericks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Off the screen, and that one hits back iron.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
And it's Denver scoring again.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
It's stolen by Jones. They're running ahead for the finish, and the dunk by Fareed.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Now here's Barea. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Jones. All alone, rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's Nowitzki. The Nuggets getting the bucket. The feed to Barton. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Barton's got 6 points.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Now here's Barea. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 6 assists now in the game.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Nurkic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Jones kicks to Fareed. Back to Jones, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Laverne, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Chandler comes in for Fareed. Harris is checked in for Gallinari. And it's Moutier in for Barton. Jones, no luck. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Samuel Dallenberg for the Mavericks. Nowitzki comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Matthews in for Gary Neal. Jones in at shooting guard. Nurkic is out there with D'Alembert. Then it's Moutier. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Now, here's Nurkic. Here's Jones. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
You know, he has been ever present in the paint today, guys. He's getting a lot of his points from in close.
1:44 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Williams. He feeds it to Powell. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. Dallas no good that time either. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nuggets.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. I'd love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Jones. There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
The first one falls. No good on the second free throw. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And there's Devin Harris on the assist by Neal.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Jones. And again, Denver no good. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Harris. Against Jones. And it's Harris off the drive. Kicks to Nowitzki. And here's Anderson for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Over in the corner, Moutier. Jones for 3. No good. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.